Testing sound 1, 2. Testing sound 1, 2. Okay, let's see what it does. Well, I'm over the 3-minute mark and I have not disconnected. But if I do get disconnected now, just phone in again.
Sink!
Let's finish this.
We've got company! Worse than rough! They don't seek! Worse than rough! Worse than rough!
Wait, I'm gonna come with you. Just give me a second. Just excuse me for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I just had to see my husband off really quickly for work. My brilliant husband seemed to have fixed my internet, which I'm super happy about. So he was sitting here with me to see if I could go live. I've been up since 4 this morning because we got a call. My brother had an accident at work, so he phoned us to go to the hospital, take his wife to the hospital. So we have been up since 4. So after he came back from the hospital, he was on the internet on my PC trying to see if he could get my stuff fixed. So he just left for work. So I'm hoping that everything is sorted now. A lot of Googling, a lot of settings. I don't know what he did, but I hope it's fixed now. So with that being said, good morning everyone. Hope you all had a wonderful evening, and if you are having nighttime, I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. I've been nothing but stressed since yesterday, so I am hoping to change that around today if my streaming stays connected. I am hoping to have that just vanish today, because I am very excited to be carrying on with this game and getting to the end. I so badly want to get to the end of this game. Still hoping I'm gonna get a good ending, but I still don't know. But we'll see when we get there. But with that being said, let's continue. Most of the writing in this old journal is faded beyond legibility or overgrown by mold. What little can be deciphered tells the sad story of a farmer's failed attempts at cultivating the land. Though prospects seemed good at first, what little valued the land had quickly dried up. After months of failure, the farm was abandoned, its owner deciding to leave Galloway's tusks for more fertile land. It kills me to leave, but I can't stay even when the food Even the fruits left the tusks. This letter is torn up, but some pieces remain legible. To Ambassador Hilgard, I'm writing to you again in hopes of establishing an understand. Trade would be of considerable use to both communities, while Solace is lacking in natural resources. We possess a surfeit of legendary craftspeople, probably people. Your something faithfully. I hope it's that your friend in the council.
They will seek!
Get off me! Look out! Turn around!
Then!
That's done? Who's hungry?
They will seek! Worse than wrath!
Easy when you do it!
They will seek! Worse than wrath! Worse than wrath!
won't see us coming. Got eyes on something?
Probably gonna get some backlash from her because I did kill the other camp's guards out, but I did that by accident. I didn't mean to. But then again, she was rude.
Feel sick! Worse than rough! Feel sick! Worse than rough! Worse than feel sick!
Back off!
Okay. I see.
What do you want? Damn. The dream is over then. If we can't hold our banners, we've no hope of surviving the tasks. At least not like this. Still, if you got those, and we still have Kith to tell the tale, then maybe you're not all bad. Maybe you can help. Let's talk inside.
Oh, now you're being friendly, but yeah, I'm still
I don't
probably
like
gonna
this.
get backlash.
Might as well keep going.
Yeah, it's probably a trap or something. She was rude after all. And I did kill one of her camps. But let's see how this plays out. Okay, but I think before I do that, I should first loot. While there's still probably peace, I don't know. But let's go for that idea. Kinda like that idea. Outcast key chest. ounce. Oh, but I did this.
You're the one who's killed my friends, aren't you?
Do you think she'd believe us if we said no?
We're forced to stay, forced to starve, forced to die unless we fight for ourselves. And now... Answer me, Envoy. It was you, wasn't it?
It was me. I am sorry. I did not
Don't
mean to.
fuck with me, Envoy. Give me one reason I shouldn't kill you where you stand.
You can try. You can really, really try.
You were attacked because you intruded on our lands. Bandits, huh? I'll send you to the grave so you can apologize to them personally.
Envoy, behind you! Then!
Yeah, I kind of expected this.
Seek! Worse than wrath! Seek! Worse than wrath!
Get it together, Lonnie.
Prolac 10! Seek!
Get down, boy!
Worse than wrath! Then!
This probably wasn't the best idea to change it like this. No! Okay, let's quickly change it back. Down.
Be your sake! Be your sake!
Come on! Come on!
Prolac 10! Seek! Worse than wrath!
Dodge this!
Be your sake!
This probably could have been resolved peacefully, but she was like very attacky from the beginning. still need to see. It's saying that it's down. So is there another entrance here that I don't know about? Oh, come on, get up.
Envoy this, envoy that. Don't see why that matters when we're so near to starving.
Hey, I might have some...
Welcome back to the tower, envoy. I see. I'm sorry, envoy. I think I need a moment. Take this and leave me be. Welcome back to the tower, envoy. I don't know what to tell you except that it's best to keep to the road. Believe me when I say you don't want to know our lands. Danger without any of the excitement. These days we do little but hold the gate, kill vermin, and ship their meat back to the keep.
It's good to see you again. What can I do for you?
Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
Oh, there's stuff that I can actually sell.
If you're buying, I'm selling.
Of all the stupid things our people ever did, for jamais strike us all down. Gods, look at that hideous thing. And I was already having a bad hunt today. That just makes it worse.
Another monument to Nandrum. Just more proof Solis Keep doesn't know its own priorities.
Maybe they'll learn once the sculptors die of hunger trying to finish it.
Just see what's going on here.
Check your right! Look out!
Protect the envoy!
I was busy keeping lurks and then they just attack me for no reason.
Be your sake!
Well struck. We'll get them next time, dear.
Seems like the hunt never ends.
Be your sake! Worse and rough! Ooh, can! Worse and rough! Be your sake! Croak 10!
I let you have that one.
Be your sake! Isoksogu!
Who's next? Anyone?
Be your sake! Worth and wrath! Be your seek! Be your seek! Then Croak 10! Worth and wrath! Isoksogu!
I made a mistake.
Be your sake! Crack 10! Be your sake! Watch your flank! Crack 10! You won't get through this! On your right! Then, Isoksogu! Be your seek! Worse and run! Worse and run! Gather round! And seek! Upward, watch your left! Never had a chance. Crack 10! And seek! Then! Be your sake! Isoksogu! Crack 10! Faster, I said! and run! Be no sake! Worse and run!
Away with you!
Corrupted by the dream scourge. Ugh, I'll never get used to this.
A note written in what seems to be a child's handwriting. The ink seems unsettlingly fresh. Don't stay here, please. Mum started talking strange and forgetting things one day. My dad said she was just tired, but she kept acting like she didn't remember me until one day she grabbed me and tried to spit up on my face. Pa is crying now and we're going to run away. Pa says Ma can't come. Anyway, don't stay here. You might forget your family too.
Be your sake!
Not bad, envoy. Not bad for a scholar.
Seek!
You asked for it!
Then! Worse and rough! Seek! Worse and rough! Seek! Worse and rough! Worse and rough!
Nicely done! Let me out!
Beyonce!
Someone needed me that.
Then Isoksogu! Crack 10! Beyonce!
Under my protection!
Seek!
Coming from the left!
Beyonce!
Quick as a fox!
Beyonce! Worth and run!
To the Council of Solace, we once again ask for assistance. The Zorobs are becoming more aggressive by the day. Several of our number have fallen to ambushes and targeted strikes in the night. Only a few remain to hold this land, and we have seen signs of a larger assault on the horizon. If you value this territory, if you value our lives, please hear us and send help. Without it, we will not last another week. It's been a few years since I found great-grandmother Marina's writings of her life in Solace. I thought about this for so long, but I finally know that I need to retrace the steps. I need to return to my ancestral home. Though I may never see Stalwart or my family ever again, I can no longer ignore this calling. The journey to the Living Lands was incredible. Traveling through Path, I didn't think it was possible for so many trees to be in one place. And the people of Deerwood were just as hospitable as I'd heard. Traveling by boat was not the most pleasant experience, but luckily I'd earned enough coin from odd jobs that I didn't have to lend my services as part of the ship's crew. And now here I am. Call me crazy, but I feel home. Like a part of me was yearning to return and finally has. Staying for a time in Paradise was much needed after the journey here. A wonderful woman by the name of Cosmina was happy to give me some training for free. She would never say such a thing, but I think she just wants to help people survive this place. After saying my goodbyes and selling some things I no longer need, I'll be venturing onward to Solace Keep. I should be on the road with the new year. Excuse me. My first day out of Dawnshore, and I'm veritably shaking with excitement. I'll miss some of the comforts and company of Paradise, but it will be all worth it. I had a very special visitor at my shop today, the envoy in the flesh. I'd heard so much about them. It was such an honor to make their acquaintance. I hope they found what they're looking for, and that I do as well. And yeah, I thought the Woodens were hospitable despite the difficulties they're facing. The Fiorians were incredible hosts. I hope things turn around in Emerald's Stair. It's a deadly place. I thank the gods for Cosmina's tutelage. I don't know if I'd have survived that spalling attack without it. At least got to see the envoy again. Felt safer with them around, and something else too. Almost like they were a part of this place and of the living lands. A part that blessedly didn't want me dead. I was excited for a change of pace to leave the forests and bogs of Emerald Stair behind. If only I knew what awaited me. Shatterscarp is a lot of things, but none of them I would describe as pleasant. I saw strange magic near some ancient ruins across the vast chasm. Even stranger, I felt a chill wind wash over me, colder than anything I'd ever experienced back in Stalwart. That shouldn't happen in a desert. Despite it all, there was one shining moment. During my time in this wretched place, the envoy found me again and again. I felt safer with them around. I don't know if their travels will take them to Solace Keep, but I would love nothing more than to meet them again and perhaps truly get to know them. A woman can dream. The moment I stepped into the blasted yet somehow beautiful wastelands of Gallowin's tusks, I knew I had made the right choice. I can almost hear great-grandmother Marina's voice in my head, as if she's here with me, crying out with joy and celebrating in my triumph. Tonight I may camp in this abandoned homestead. I can see the keep shining ahead, a glorious beacon in the night. After a good night's rest, I will make my way there first thing in the morning. I'm nearly there, nearly home. And she didn't make it. Was there something that I could have done that could have saved her? I wonder. I am so sorry, young lady.
When you were in the Navy, did you ever get shipwrecked?
Guys, just excuse me for a second. I will be right back.
Pretty far from any of our bases, unfortunately.
And when the rations ran out, did you...
Did I what?
Did you eat any of your crewmen?
No, we went fishing and harvested fire kelp. Why?
Cannibalism is supposed to be good for the soul. According to research, anyway.
What research?
I've also heard that sailors have appetites that can't be sated on land.
Oh, I can attest to that.
Many animancers believe that nature is there to controlled, subverted. Well, I've been contemplating that assumption. Quite a bit, in fact. You made peace with the Delimgan in Galawain's tusks. Could that be a sign of things to come? Possibly, if they were to find common ground. I've spent my life trying to dominate nature, to overcome the limitations of our existence for the good of everyone, just like my mother. But what if animancers coexisted with the natural world, supporting instead of exploiting? With a little encouragement, it could be possible. There's plenty of work ahead of us, but I'd say we're off to a good start. Now, let's try and stay on nature's good side. We have a reputation to uphold. Go on, then. You too.
Envoy, what do you need? If I must.
My. It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage?
Help! My gods, they're killing us! Outlander, my gods, help me! We're being slaughtered! The archives, please, gods! My brothers, my fellow monks, they changed into monsters before my eyes. They're tearing everything apart! If the archives burn, our history is lost! Oh my gods, how could this be happening? Oh, thank the gods. Bless you, Outlander. Friend, thank you. Head north along the main road. The archives are on a bluff. You can't miss the smoke. Look for Grigor. He'll know what you need to do.
Dear friendly gods of Solace Keep, I'm ready to make a confession. I confess that I used the scroll of form of the helpless beast to turn myself into a pig. I confess that I accidentally followed a god into the council chamber. I confess that when the spell wore off, my clothes were gone. Furthermore, I confess that being a pig was the second greatest experience of my life, and I confess that I'm not sorry. Did you know this is the most cramped prison I've ever stayed in? Thankfully, I won't be here long. If I'm guilty of anything, it's that I'm criminally underappreciated as an escape artist. Your pal Tayan the Archmage, author of Tayan's Chaotic Orb. This log contains neat and terse limber, with each entry written by a different hand. Curiously, the name of the prisoner in the last incident has been entirely crossed out, rendering the name illegible. Inmate Foldu claimed guards were withholding water and food, found crumbs under bedding, given reduced rations for a fortnight. Inmate Cressida once again refused water and soap for bathing, claims he never needed them before. Warden dumped water over inmate's head, threw soap at him. Inmate Rini appeared not to respond to wake-up call or attempts to rouse her. Healer found nothing wrong. Wardens hid behind wall and offered food, and inmates awoke, ate, and then pretended to sleep once more. Inmate has spent most days arguing against his imprisonment. Warden offered to speak to Councillor Mihala since she brought charges, and inmate settled down. Prisoner has since been transferred. Warden has no plans to contact Councillor. I'm not gonna read this.
Welcome to Serina's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see here.
You let me out of here right now!
Can you head down over there?
I'm innocent!
No, you gave the goods back. That's something else.
I demand that this farce of a justice system answer for itself.
How cozy.
Do this.
The blood really brings everything together.
Move along.
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
I admit I took a few things from Pargrunan memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs. Easy to pass judgment when your stomach is full. Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits the dead fire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
You can't just barge in and tell us what to do with our prisoners.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I'm not paid enough to argue with it. You're free to go.
About time. I owe you, whoever you are. Actually, wait, I can do better than that. Take my notes. Just do me a favor and don't tell Sansa where I've been. I'll come up with something. As soon as I've found a place to bathe. See? Solace Keep, he said. It'll be an adventure, he said.
I wonder what scared these people into building such an imposing fortress.
Outsiders aren't permitted in Solace Keep. Turn your ass around and go back the way you came. You're the reason I got a bath? Hell's bells, I owe you. You have no idea how ripe the keep gets when the fountains are busted. If anyone asks, I wasn't the one who let you in. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
Do you think they'd let me get on and ride it to the top?
If it's the new recruit playing games again,
All right, all right.
You look just like Nandru. You have his markings. The council is going to lose its mind.
Gala is going to... I know what Gala is going to do. It's never happened.
I can't wait to see what the council will say.
Suppose that's edible. Well, not looking forward to it, though. Sucker. This is how you get the rations cut. Fashion work. What's the point anyway? This is going to rot in a few days.
Do you know which of these boxes we haven't inspected?
What do you
I
think
can't
what
remember.
means?
A blender coming to Solace Keep. What do you think it means? Is it a sign from Nandro?
A sign from Nandru? Don't let Prihala hear you say that. She'd throw you in the lava. Duty won't feed us, Mother. Duty won't keep us from dying.
How dare you talk to your mother that way?
Why does the outsider look...
Welcome back to... Odica's nails! An outsider! Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to... excuse me. Welcome to Solace Keep. Do you have any questions about Solace Keep? I've never seen anyone quite like you, is all. No, that's not entirely true. All I'll say is, take a good look at the big statue of Nandru, this keep's founder, when you enter the main hall. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know. It is an honor to have you. Enjoy your visit to Solace Keep.
Why does the outsider look familiar?
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal. Well, I don't... thought you were... Let me start over. I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of whatever we're warming up here today. No offense, but you folks look hungry. Between you and me, I hope you know how to hunt. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you? I doubt they ever will. The land here doesn't yield much, as you saw, and our livestock usually has many more legs than we do. We sometimes send wardens to the Twined Wood to hunt, but that brings other dangers. I wish there was more we could do, but tradition is law, right? Of course, that means I have to be creative, to find ways to make everything edible and palatable, at least. Exactly. These mountains aren't called Galawen's tusks because there's food stuck between them. Anything that's not a mushroom or bread is a blessed day luxury around here. And actual meat? Good luck. Councillor Kostia wants things to change around here. He wants to work with the other settlements to increase trade. Imagine it. Fish from Thirdborn, wild game from Paradis, produce from Fior Mesiverno. Tradition says we have to survive without help from the outside world, or we'll never survive. Tradition has kept these walls standing. It makes sense why we'd be slow to risk losing that. Well, I couldn't tell you, and I skinned it myself. Best of luck out there, my friends, and stay away from this stew. Greetings. What can I do for my new friends?
Make me a cup of tea as well. I would like some tea too. Decent evening. Hmm? Vanilla, please.
Maybe we should open up for more trade.
You think Kostia's right, huh? Think of the salted fish we could get trading with Torgo. Better than this mystery meat, that's for sure.
I'll have to bring this to the Council's attention.
No, I couldn't possibly. It's too precious. Safe in the drawer. Boudica's crown, an outsider here?
So you're the outsiders my guards let into the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmin. If you've a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough. Doesn't matter. Unless the council has approved it, no outsiders are allowed in the keep. And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this. Gods, yes. The wardens take an oath to protect the keep. That includes outside influences. Not that you'd know, but the council isn't known for their temperance. None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything. If I knew, I wouldn't be talking to you, Nimdut. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources to spare. Would you? That would take a load off of me. The council might even thank you for it. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about Petru, she'd know it.
The captain is missing. The one in charge?
Wake up, Mother.
That's not a good
It's
sign.
me, your little grubble.
Oh, my dear. It's been so long. What?
Go. You won't do any good here.
Mihala is to blame. We need to open our gates to the world, lest it leave us.
Do you think Abidon and Magra never kiss?
Ah, the outsiders! Welcome. I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, when they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about, I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place. Indeed. Some of it is all the noise, but some of it is that I'm new to this job. Hazing is what it is. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away, and the council appointed me. I assume so. Maybe Tassa did it herself. I know I wouldn't have put my own name on the list. What changes? Everything is done the way it was centuries ago. We're even using the exact same metal they used back then. If I changed anything, it would be to have enough time to get my hands dirty again. There's no free time overseeing these komai. You came down here for a reason. What can I do for you? I know. A shrine to Abidan in a forge. How unique. What can I do for you? Did he now? And what exactly is... Abidan's shiny beard? That's star metal! These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it! The heat of the flowing lava. The feeling of power as you shape metal to your liking. The rush of adrenaline when an errant spark lights your beard aflame. The burn of sore muscles that have worked a hammer for hours. The rhythmic tune the metal sings as you work it. The question you should be asking is, what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. A simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal arquebus. Now that sounds like a proper challenge. May Abaddon guide my hand, and this trial be worthy of Magrin's attention.
I wonder how this will turn out. There's so much we don't know about the properties of otherworldly metals.
Here it is. A firearm unlike any other. I call it the Moonstrike Arquebus, for it will strike your enemies as fiercely as Abaddon's hammer struck the falling moon. You are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I will forge for you a blade unlike any other. Though with more star metal, I may be able to upgrade the Moonstrike Arquebus a bit more. Certainly. I look forward to seeing what else I can do with this metal.
Huh. At least your enemies will see a gorgeous weapon. Before you kill them, of course.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge. Thank you for your kind words, outsider. I will take them to heart. Blessed day! What would you like done? Let's. I've been looking forward to doing this for a long time. Proper rifling for the barrel and a bit of weight balancing will do this arquebus wonders.
Let's keep a safe distance.
Here you are. A firearm unlike any other. Use it to rain death upon your foes for me, eh? Enamored by its beauty, aren't you? You're not alone, outsider. We have mines throughout the tasks, though most of them were abandoned until very recently. Most of our material comes from reforging old equipment. Someone dies or retires and we make something new from their stuff. Like most things around Solis, they got too costly and dangerous to maintain. The Council thought it best to close them down. Council Okostia has argued to get some of them open again. We might be getting some new ores sometime soon.
Mikhala understands the
Feel
importance
like
of
making
tradition.
yourself useful outside?
Andrew chose
Yep.
this place for
We've
a
taken...
reason.
Put that...
Exactly. To leave
Welcome to
with
the
only
tasks,
insult
outsider.
is a great
Be courteous while in Solis's halls, and you shall remain welcome. Check the board for bounties. Anything catch your eye, feel free to take it on. You'll be rewarded accordingly. Well done, outsider. Seems you may have a thing or two you could show my wardens. Vengeance for the fallen. Thank you. This means more to me than you know. Excellent work. Well done. I will always have bugs to deal with, but at least they won't be hatching in such large numbers anymore. Anything to... Excellent work. Funny. Hopefully that name can fit. Bring Magran's Anything to Resources are scarce out here. We need to cull the competition if we are to survive. Check the board for bounties. Anything catch your eye, feel free to take it on. You'll be rewarded accordingly. Be safe out there.
Outsider? You need something?
Damn. Outsiders in the keep? Joffrey really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you got in. Huh. Council won't like that. Petru wouldn't either. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge. Left? That what he told you? Sucker. Our captain didn't just up and disappear without warning. Something must have happened to him. It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. Has some project out there, at that abandoned warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zarips, killed in a lava flow. I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any wardens. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned warden tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, all right? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Joffrey to send someone after him. Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people. Thanks, Adiren.
I've been known to disappear when deep in my research, but this sounds much more ominous.
That's it. I'm cutting. Cutting you off, Mina. You're talking nonsense. Saka, you know it. You're too scared to call it anything.
You do the talking. I'm out of my element.
Of course they have an elevator. How elevated of them.
Haven't seen Petru around in a while. Wonder what he's been.
People say Wodika is the goddess of love.
You must be the outsider I've heard so much about, yes? I am pleased to meet you. What can I do for Solace's most fascinating guests?
take pride in our home, fellow Pagrunin, for Solace is an impenetrable fortress that can withstand. Move along, outsider. Consultation hours are. Oh my. No, of course not. What can I do for one such as yourself? Ah, our beloved founder. Nandru sought to create a sanctuary in the deadliest part of the island. He called it Solace. Many believe Nandru was led here by a spirit guardian of some kind. Others believe he was simply an excellent judge of location. Regardless, many of his traditions remain in place to this day, while others may have fallen by the wayside. Well, that is a topic of much discussion. We know that in the end, Nandru sought peace and solitude. Some foolish souls say that Nandru traveled to the garden, and that he enjoys an afterlife of peace and bliss. Hogwash. I believe Nandru died alone, having found his silence at last. Nandru would never have considered bliss a true reward. Unfortunately, all we have is belief. Nandru's remains were never found, and no record exists of his passing. If you ask these absolute Zaribs, they'd say not at all. I maintain that our solace is more in Sorina's vision than Nandru's. Our founder envisioned a safe place for all who reside or explore in the Tusks. An admirable goal, certainly. Sorina's vision was more about safety for the people already within Solace. Outsiders be damned. Ah, blessed Sorina. She led Solace's rise from the ashes centuries ago, when an attack breached the walls and ruined our keep. She was a forceful and diligent leader who oversaw the rebuilding of the keep and established new traditions to keep us safe. Many, myself included, believe her traditions conflicted with Nandru's, which were more suited to a solace in peacetime. Well, that is it. Some foolish souls say that Nandru traveled to the garden, and that he enjoys an afterlife of peace and bliss. Hogwash. I believe Nandru died alone. If you ask about the tilled ground made for growing plants, no. Very few here have that knowledge. But Nandru did speak of a garden from time to time. He created the Wardens of Solace to oversee that garden specifically. No one can say for sure what the garden meant to him, for none has set foot there. I fear I cannot help you beyond that. What more can I do to enlighten you? We pass on the oral histories of Solace and seek to uncover those historical knowledge we have lost over time. In return, the unenlightened Getuli of Solace curse, spit, and throw objects at us. It is truly a symbiotic relationship. All philosophy is controversial here. Thoughts that do not challenge tradition might as well be tradition themselves.
An outsider! I've never seen someone so tall.
I do hope no one sees me like this. Who let you in here? What do you want? Why am I in my own home? I think a better question is, why are you here? I must live, no, suffer in squalor now. Unfortunately, none of the merchants in the keep have things that live up to my tastes. But as long as Mihala continues to shun the rest of the lands, we must make do with an ever-shrinking supply of true goods. Truly? Oh, how exceptionally convenient. I shall have to wear something really dazzling. Now, shoo, let me change.
Found a spider the size of my face
What
in
am
my
I going to
quarters
do?
last night.
Again? Ugh. I bet the officers up above don't have to deal with that.
Oh, good. Someone's come
bright
along.
side,
I can't believe the only person that stopped is an outsider. Will you help me, please?
What time is it?
Ugh, my hammer. One of the smiths down below sold it to me, and I'm not likely to get such a fine one again. But with all the construction going on here, still, I slipped and dropped it. I think it's somewhere down there. Do you think you can find it, Oh, Murti, you are a lifesaver. I'll wait right here.
You're telling me they made all of this without animals?
The very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time. A word, please. Raluca told me we have you to thank for getting the waters flowing once more. It's regrettable that the Delamgan is so territorial. Imagine what we could learn from the ruins she guards. But at least we will have water. Take this. Even with the Delamgan restricting our access, a working aqueduct is invaluable. Thank you again for your help. Perhaps whatever blessed Nandru truly does live in you.
Outsiders? In the halls Nandru built himself? Madness.
I'd like to be left alone with my mother.
I hope the expedition to the Slumbering Fields is doing all right. Shouldn't they have returned by now?
Expedition?
What are you talking about? Did I miss something? You haven't heard? Some wardens were sent to investigate the problems with the aqueducts.
Ah, no, I haven't. May the golem grant them safe passage and a swift return.
You're back! Did you find my hammer? Well, if you ever get around to it, I'll be here. you're back! Did you find my hammer? Ah, you have done me a great service, Amakul. Merti, envoy. May your kindness be repaid swiftly.
If we open our gate to Mount Campbell, we will talk about this later. Guest.
What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
Nandru's Forge. If it isn't the envoy.
Glad to know you're already making friends.
We are not so ignorant as you seem to think us.
Where are my guards? Get her out of here.
Let's not be rash. The envoy's word carries the weight of Adir. It might benefit us to hear what she has to say. Let it never be said the Wardens of Solace are impolite brutes. Merely recluses.
Very well. We'll deal with the severe breach in protocol later. Tell us why you insult our halls at Diren.
Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night. There's no danger in the tusks that can catch us unawares.
The Steel Garrote attacked Fior Messiverno unprovoked. Don't tell me there's no cause for concern.
We have heard of their Inquisitor. A woman who died and lived again.
A myth. And yet you insist she is real.
If she is here. My wardens patrol these lands day and night. A force large enough to take the mines couldn't have entered the tusks without my knowledge.
It would be a mistake to underestimate them. Ludwine's madness is second only to her cunning.
Wasn't that the creature who tried to destroy Fior?
Perhaps I will discharge a few wardens to investigate, just to be certain.
You've already destroyed one historical edifice. We heard of what you did to the ruins in Shalderskarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind.
There is no dream scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been. We have no special magic here, and few scholars. It is the spirit of Nandru, our founder, that shields us. Loudly rings his name.
So it is believed, at any rate.
Your cynicism shames you, Kostya, and shames Nandru's sacred halls. When Nandru walked beneath the keep to meet the gods and disappeared into its depths, he knew what dangers would come for us. He left his wardens to protect us. How can I trust an Adiran to truthfully report the state of the land beyond our borders?
These are unusual times, Mihala. Regrettably, I must confirm the envoy's tale. Our messengers have heard as much from Paradis, Fior, Thirdborn. Perhaps we have only been lucky. What if Nandru's aegis no longer protects us?
I do not believe it, but I am not unmoved by the stories we have heard from the other settlements. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, envoy? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does she not?
The markings on your face, I recognize them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru.
Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed steel garrote must be in the tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
However noble you may believe your purpose, it is yours alone. We have no obligation, and indeed no inclination to help you. Good. Be sure of it.
Kostya, see the envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala. Follow me, envoy.
And I thought Vidara was infuriating.
Still lingering, Adiren? Thank you, Envoy. Let's see. I suspect it's another one of Kostya's attempts at courting Adir. No matter. I've dealt with this before, and she'll deal with it again. But I appreciate your assistance in maintaining the peace in Solace Keep. Take this key. There's a chest in my office whose contents you might find interesting. Still lingering, Adiren? Captain of the Wardens? He's away on an errand for me. What about him? Pompous Adiren. I don't know how you found out, but I'd warn you to stay out of the Council's business. Petru's ideas are a danger to Solace and go against his oath.
There is good in animancy, but you are willfully blind to it. Instead, you persecute others for what you fail to comprehend.
If you must pry, I can assure you, he is safe, and he will stay far away from Solace until he can be trusted again. You know what? I'd almost think you genuinely believe that if you didn't carry an Adiran crest. Now be gone. I have other work to do, and I do not need to justify myself to you of all kith.
A leader who punished...
Still lingering? Good.
I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken, the young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Of course. Our people starve and grow ill. And it's all because Mihala insists duty to the dead means more than the living. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. It is. I understand, Mihala, but principles won't keep your people fed and safe. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Mihala would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths fighting the Stilgarot. She does not care about how the situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care. Forget duty. Duty cannot feed our children. Duty cannot keep us safe. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You'd be giving up everything your people built here. Generations of history.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarot in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. She already knows what I intend. And she doesn't care. Because she doesn't believe your empire could see us as anything but rivals. Elder Grigor is an old friend. You have what you need. Please, be discreet with what I've told you.
Still lingering, Adiren? Good.
Envoy, an alarming report crossed my desk. One of our agents in Emerald Stair never reported back from his assignment. Well done. Just because I represent the Emperor doesn't mean I approve of his, at times, whimsical notions. Fior Merciverno is a problem for Adir, but we have subtler ways of dealing with problems. Some of us do, anyway. Inquisitor Ludwine is not among them. You've done the Empire a great service by carving out one of its many imperfections. I'd call that a job well done. Now, think nothing of it. Your job is to support the Empire. And mine is to support you, among other things. While you're here, will there be anything else?
Aren't you going to introduce us?
You must be the Animancer I've heard so much about. Every bit as outspoken as your reputation. Ambassador Falshin Heelguard, welcome to our modest embassy.
I wanted to see you for myself. The spider at the center of it all. Hiding in his web.
Rest assured, Madame. I'm aware of what happened in Emerald Stair. My job is to prevent hostilities, not to provoke them.
We have nothing more to say to each other.
Envoy, need I remind you that traveling with an Animancer could be hazardous to your life, your very soul.
That's very kind of you.
Have it your way, then. I've spoken my piece. But enough about unpleasant matters. Will there be anything else? The courtesan? Interesting. I had my theories about a certain shipment of herbs. Let us also say that I know why and how these herbs are being used. And I assume you figured it out as well. Do you object? Shrewd thinking, Envoy. Maybe you should be ambassador. So be it. I can't openly support Juliana's establishment, but I will pass along what funding I can. A rounding error in our books. Feel free to let her know the good news, but do try to keep my name out of it. Envoy.
You've got some god looking out for you.
I'm glad those sparrowhawks are gone, but I'm not sure these deer and birds that showed up are trading one for
Don't think I didn't see what Hilgard sent me today. You really do have a magic touch.
Clients always want curtains. They never want to scrub the mildew.
You're new around here, aren't you?
Now there's a face I'd never forget.
Hey, Envoy. Nice weather for waiting around, huh? I can't believe he told you he'd never touched a girl. I'd rather have died. Which isn't to say I haven't touched a girl. I have. Lots of girls. One of them might have been a cousin, but she's still a girl, so it still counts. Anyway. Haha. We'll just see you around, Envoy.
My potions are brewed with local
more about that sparrowhawk graffiti. Maybe we could get some painters together to do some murals around the district.
Like the one on the mermaid's den? That sounds lovely. Maybe something in sky blue?
Oh, yes, I like the way you think.
You're back. You found him? Oh, terrible. Renato was the first one I heard. It was always about the adventure for him. Madico, this expedition is cursed. Where did I go wrong? You're right. I was so excited by the prospect of being first. Never mind. That's no excuse. It seems we've both learned that the hard way. Thank you, Aimika. You've helped me shape the course of history. Come back to the shop sometime.
The honor was ours. Some work is too important to be left undone.
For your sake!
We couldn't have done it better.
Eckworth and Roth! Worse and rough! Isaksogu!
That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
It was a whole lot of exactly what I expected, honestly. It's all processes and traditions and arguments over texts written by non-Druze centuries. Envoy? Sorry. I've been in my...